Hello, Wanderers. Welcome back to our Crusader Kings 3 roleplay series following Temujin the Fox. And in that last episode, we had continued with our conquering of the steppe. And I did take some time in between episodes to essentially finish off most of what I had intended to do in those last couple of years, simply because it does take a long time to go and conquer a lot of small little counties and things like that. So I have gone and cleaned up, a fair amount of the area. There's still a few kind of places here that I'd like to take over, but honestly, I'm pretty happy with the size of the Mongol confederation as it is. But we just had an event as we were returning from a hunt. And as you can see here, there was a little bit of intrigue going on in the camp, a little bit of murder. In the dead of night at our camp near Erkan, I step out quietly. What was that sound? That's when I see it. My personal physician Khalid tiptoes to my acquaintance Dair, who is dozing on a slope. Khalid rolls Dair down the hillside where sharp rocks ensure a quick and painful demise. Khalid quickly scans the area, unaware that I've seen everything. Well, although Khalid is very useful to us, he is a pretty good physician here. Um, Ultimately, Dair was one of our very capable warriors, and he was a member of he was one of our bagateurs for a long time. Just a very capable man. And I don't think that we can let this pass. I don't think that, just a blatant murder of one of our loyal people. Like, no, I don't think we can let it go. So we could do this fascinating technique. Our intrigue increases by 2. But, well, I mean, do we do that intrigue? I mean, that could be good. But I don't know. This Khalid has been more trouble than anything for us. He already got us in trouble with the locals because of him, like, taking digging up dead bodies and just all sorts of things. I think that we have to imprison Khalid. This is the kind of stuff that happens between these side characters, murdering each other and all sorts of shenanigans. But unfortunately, we got to do what we got to do, and so Khalid is going to be imprisoned here, as he is well deserving of. So that means we no longer have a personal physician. But oh well, it is what it is. That's what you get, Khalid. You shouldn't be murdering people, or if you're gonna murder people, don't get caught. That's the lesson. That's the lesson there. In any case, we did have a son with our dear wife here, and we'll just find, I think, how many sons do we have? So I did give some land to High Chieftain Jochi. He did finally, or he just got married to the daughter of the Cuman Kagan here. So the two of them are married, and we gave Jochi some land here just to ensure his place in the succession. But in terms of sons, we've got Jochi, we've got Chagatai, and we've got Ogadai. So that would mean, let me just check on who Genghis Khan's last sons were with Borta here. Ogadai and Tului. Tului is the last one. Oh yeah, Tului was the father of Kublai Khan. So will this son live up to the legacy that he left? We'll see. So to Louis, there we go. So I think we have all of Genghis Khan's like well-known sons through Borta here. I think we might be missing one daughter, but maybe we've got them all. So, imagine that the historical nature anyways. During my travel, I've come to realize that the Karate locals here in Sharga value warriors above all else. Squabbles are settled with violence, and those who put their life on the line for their realm are considered the bravest. I spend much of one afternoon discussing with them some of the finer points of their warlike nature. Cost of establishing warrior culture by 1,000 prestige. I think that we're gonna do that because technically we could reform. We could reform the Mongol culture here and add something to it. We don't really have a ton of prestige, unfortunately, because we've been spending it on starting a lot of wars, but we could do that at some point. Ooh, we could get mendicant mystics as well, because apparently there are mystics everywhere here in Cult. You know what? Let's get that one as well, just in case we decide we want to do that. Because we could do, there's a possibility we could do both. Our herd is looking pretty good. We're at 15k herd, which is decent, but I do want to keep boosting it up a little bit more. Chieftain Godon. I think we could accept his friendship. Because maybe we can just get this guy to, you know, maybe we can demand him as a tributary. We'll see. The language barrier. We'll just continue on as we are. We successfully interpret the instructions. Excellent. Neighbors can be vassalized. Oh, well, we'll probably want to do that to everyone that we can here. There we go. Let's see. We can demand herd. Always want to demand herd when possible, because building up our herd is our main thing, and I'm going to explain why in just a moment. Same here. Like, we can demand herd for these prisoners that we got in some of those wars. So that is just something that we need to keep doing, is just getting more and more herd going on. We can transfer over some vassals here, so we'll do that. Transfer over this vassal to our son. So there we go. Make him a little bit more powerful. Let's see. Just keep getting that herd. Just more and more herd here. And then we got another prisoner there. Excellent. So, our lands are looking pretty good. We're just about to return home from this hunt here, and there we go. So, why do we need a lot of herd? Well, those of you who have played with the Cons of the Steppe DLC will know exactly why. Just gonna go and grab, oh nice, we can get Overseer. That's gonna boost up control growth, stewardship, martial, and plague resistance. Not so bad. All right, let us get that. Oh, nice. Visited the capital of the Mongol Confederation. Nice. We get 150 martial lifestyle every time we switch capitals and then come back to it. That's pretty all right. All right, so we got the Overseer trait. Next, I'll probably go down the Strategist. But yeah, so we're 38 years old. So a little bit, we're still in time for what I was saying. You know, I wanted to start moving south. Because as somebody so succinctly put it in the comments, Mongolian war elephants. Yeah, we're going down into India here, and we're going to get some Mongolian war elephants. But we got to go through quite a bit to get there. We got to go through Buku. Not going to be a problem. Karakatai could be a problem, but we have that strong alliance with the Cumans, which should be advantageous. And then after that, it's just going to be a matter of rampaging down, you know, past the Himalayas here and into India proper. The Gurids could be a strong challenger. But yeah, that's going to be the plan here. So, but if we want to really become the Khan of Khans, which is become the greatest of Khans, which we definitely want to get while we are playing as Temujin here, because I do want to become Ghengis Khan. As you can see, that we can choose a nickname from that, and we get the golden lineage. So obviously we want to do this if we can. Well, what do we need here? We need unrestricted dominance. We need an empire rank title, and all of our nomadic powerful vassals are obedient to us. Okay, so there's a couple ways and a couple things we can do for that. To get the first thing that we'll need to look at is getting the empire title. Now, to do that, all we need to do is get this dominate title decision. It is time to prove my dominance over the area and subjugate those who live here. All will be trampled under our hooves as we take what is rightfully ours. You gain a higher tier title, which means we gain an empire title. The only thing that we need for that is absolute dominance. So that means that we need to boost up our law. And here's why we need the herd, because we need to get to 30,000 herd in order to get absolute dominance. That will allow us to get the Empire tier title, and that will allow us to take that decision, giving us the next thing we need in the greatest of all cons. We will need to get unrestricted dominance, so we're gonna need 75,000 herd in order to do this. Now, I don't know what the best ways to get herd are, but I do want to get some suggestions on that because yeah, if there's any way that we can boost up our herd quickly, please do let me know. One thing I'd like to do, and one thing I'd like to try is to steal herd. I'm tempted to steal some herd from the Karakatai because they've got 20,000 here. So I wonder if we try to steal a large amount of herd, if we're gonna get like a nice boost from that. So let's get some people joining us on the scheme. Like, I wonder if the amount of herd you get is dependent on the amount of herd they have. So he's got 20,000. I wonder if that's going to give us, like, you know, a couple thousand herd or something like that. So let's get as many people as we can here, as many good people as we can onto this scheme. I don't think we need to worry too much about our success chance. It looks like it's going to be decently high already. But I want to speed up the time quite a bit, so I'm tempted to... we could get the Khatun. We could get his wife to join us if we just bribe her a little bit. Offer a prestigious good word. Give her a little bribe. That should speed things up a little bit. And then for our lookout, we could get his bodyguard. What about a bribe and some prestigious good word there? Yeah, I think that should be fine. There we go, 54% secrecy. All right, so we're gonna do that. All right, so yeah, that is our main thing, is we gotta boost up our herd, and there's a few different ways we can do that. And obviously we are getting tributaries, but we're only getting 108 per month, which isn't the greatest, and that's probably because our current capital, which I did move over to here to Sambagarao, is in the Cold Zud. Yeah, it's not the greatest, but there is a place fairly nearby. If we start to go down here, like, I mean, there's a few decent ones around. This place would be really good. Could we? But we can't get his pasture land because he's this. Yeah, he's dedicated to one of our vassals, so a little bit unfortunate. But what about you? Demand pasture land. What is this territory any good? Let's see. Oh, it is actually pretty decent. But I don't need to. I'll do that after. Actually, we're gonna demand her as a tributary first. We'll accept. Are there any other people we can get as tributaries around here? Yep, demand is tributary there. And let's see, the Kyrgyz. No, I don't think we want to. Well, we do want to go and take the rest of them, but my first plan is to take Buku. That is what I want to go for first here. Now, we could declare war. And probably, I mean, we do have a couple options. But I think that just bringing them under tribute is going to be what I'm looking for right now. So that's yeah, that's what we're going to go with here because it costs us the least prestige, and yeah, I don't necessarily want his lands directly. So that's what we're going to do, and I'm not going to worry about calling in any allies because we don't need... Oh, nope, that's not where I want to raise my armies. Disband all. I want to raise my armies in my capital, obviously. All right, let's raise all here. There we go. I will note that I've also given some land to Altan here because he got married. His wife ended up with some lands somehow. Chiefess of the Mongols, but I gave Altan some land so that he could remain as one of our trusted warriors. All right, we're gonna have to do some sieges. Looks like if we don't want to face some attrition, I'm fine with doing the sieges. We'll make do as we can here. Hopefully our hopefully our guys will go and conquer some of these smaller little places if they can. But for now I think we'll We'll just focus on taking down Buku here, putting us on the border with the powerful Karakitai. Although Karakitai seems to be dealing with some of their own troubles, so we'll see. Somebody's wanting to kill my mother? Okay, well, that one we obviously cannot let stand. So once we find out who's behind it, we will probably torture them promptly. Greetings, my perceptive liege. I offer you the service of my Kurultai member Yegu, a highly skilled man with extensive knowledge of ancient military campaigns. He seems good enough. Let's bring him on. We don't have a personal physician, I guess. Do we want to bring... Do we? I don't think Kamran al-Hazred. He was friends, or he is friends with Khalid. So I think we'll get Bulugan, our long-serving stargazer, or whatever he's called there. We'll take care of that for us. Can we, like, torture you or something? I mean, we might as well, right? Maybe we'll learn a secret from him. Why complicate matters? Bring him to the rack. Sorry, Khalid. You, we need to learn what you know. Let's see, Jamuka. Oh man, Jamuka's still alive. He's our blood brother, keep in mind. Chieftain Jamuka is our blood brother. But he has an idea, but we know how to employ both strategies. Don't have a ton of money, but not too worried about that. Corrigan tells me that Kagan Hugu's shepherds often fail to guide a single sheep in his herd. Why don't you put on the shepherd's guard? Make your way to Hugu and offer to help his incompetent herders, I suggest to Corrigan. She gives me a concerned look and sighs. Go on, Corrigan. Help him out. Let's see. Hired help. Let's see. It's not the great chance, but let's try it. Her disguise is convincing. Excellent. There we go. Boosting up that success chance. Exactly what we want to see. Is there something that it wants us to do in here? Look like it. What do we have here? Oh, our son wants to get an alliance. I'm totally fine with that. Looks like there's the enemy army. Siege. We could... No, let's just keep the siege going here. Get the siege going. I mean, we could probably face some attrition. I don't think it would be all that bad, but I'm not really too worried about taking a little bit of time on this war here. Yeah, our land is pretty big, and we did have a de jure shift of a bunch of territories, so you can see here our de jure territories are pretty significant now. Yeah, we gotta boost up that herd 20,000. I'm hoping that we're gonna get a big boost if we can pull off this plot against the Karakatai. Oh, nice! Look at that. We're already at 73. That's got a huge boost there somehow. Let's let one more pass here. No, come on! Scheme is discovered. Scheme is exposed. Ah, come on. Let's see. I mean, we could still theoretically get it back up to where it was, but man, that's rough. I was tempted just to do it right there too, but our daughter needs to be taught, and I think that our wife can do an excellent job of that, as always. We can demand tributaries. I think we will demand tributaries where possible. Beg Otoy. Let's see if he will accept. Neighbors can be vassalized. Oh yeah, look at this. We're just inheriting all of these people now. Our strength is just getting stronger and stronger, and all these people are just submitting to us. I love it. Not all of them, I guess, but many of them. There we go. Nice. Good to see here that our realm is growing swiftly even. All right, now we can demand even more tributaries. Let's see here. Look at this. You don't even need to go to war with all these people. Usually, like, half of the time you can just demand they surrender to you here. Alright, this siege is gonna go pretty well. Alright, we can probably head over here to Kingol. They're bringing in that herd. Oh, nice. Yeah, look at this. We don't even just have all these people just submitting to us. And that is what I want to see. I can demand even more herd here. We can get this guy as our tributary. Like, the more tributaries we get and the more vassals we get, the more our realm expands and the more people just realize that they need to surrender to us here. So just constantly boosting up our herd. I don't want to suffer attrition because I don't want to lose our herd. Because keep in mind, 4,000 of our herd is, you know, part of the part of this army here. So I gaze upon Kongor, remembering the day I captured her from her nest and all the memories we've shared. Becoming quite cherished over the years, Kongor has been my companion, and I can't imagine hunting without her. But this creature is not meant to be restrained by the likes of me, and it would be best if she was to be set free to create progeny on her own. We will release her into the wild. Yeah, I think we will. Let's go. Let's do it. But we keep one of her feathers, which we can use as a nice little thing. Oh yeah, we have this warhammer. I think that we will give the warhammer to Jochi, I think, right? Yeah, let's gift Jochi the warhammer here. Gift artifact. Nice. Alright, get these sieges done. Try to siege us down. I mean, we could just engage his army. I don't want to suffer the attrition here, though. Let's just siege. If he gets one siege on us, it's not going to do enough to turn the war score. I don't know if we're going to be able to get this this scheme, so I think I'm going to cancel it. Found out. That's unfortunate. Anybody else? Could we steal from the humans? How many herd? He's got 40,000 herd. He is our ally, but what if we stole his herd? No, I don't want to. I don't want to go against an ally like that. Does anybody else have a decent amount of herd here? Garakatai. Let's see. The Kimex. We don't have a ton. What about the Keurigs? Buryats. The Kimex seem to have some here anyways. Alright, let's try to steal some of their herd. Get some people involved. I don't want to spend too much money. I'm a little annoyed that I spent $100 on that last one. And it didn't end up working out, but in any case, we're going to go and get as many people here as we can on this one here. There we go. Oh yeah, did Dare have any kids? No, he didn't. Unfortunately, him and his wife here did not have any children. I think we could find some wives for some of our other guys here. Dana? I forget how to pronounce this character's name. They did tell me, but I always forget. Could be married to our niece. No, we can't marry our niece to some wandering philanderer. No, but you can marry this person here. Does anybody else need marrying? Kaidu. Ooh, Kaidu's not. He's looking a little sick. Kugan, no children as well. Man, these guys are struggling to have kids. Chieftain Alton, though. Alton's had a kid here. Hey, and he, you know, he didn't inherit his father's brains, but he inherited his toughness. That's good, at least. Agir's got a wife. But man, yeah, none of them are having kids. Don't know why. Don't ask me. You know, there's nothing I can do. Ogade needs to be raised. Well, we'll raise him. Actually, I think we're full here, so who's gonna raise him? Somebody skilled. Longshanks. Kugan? Yeah, maybe Kugan. Kugan's pretty good. Demand a tributary here. Go demand another tributary. Just continuously expanding the tributaries. Chagatai gets impatient. I feel like that's pretty fitting considering what Chagatai does in real life when he tries to, you know, claim the throne ahead of his older brother Jochi. So, you know, seems relatively fitting there, I would say. The thing that I like about this too is that, you know, now we're finally starting the southward expansion. We're going to start to encounter some really interesting realms like the Gurids and the Ghaznavids and all these kinds of things. So it's going to be kind of cool to explore some different parts of the world here. Kaidu is scheming against my mother. Kaidu, no! Ah, you were such a good... What is he scheming, though? Murder. He's trying to murder my... Why? Wow. Kaidu's trying to murder my mother. Well, Kaidu's sorry, but you're getting thrown in jail, too. Oh, no. This guy doesn't want to be our tributary anymore. Kaidu. Ugh. Terrible. Let's see. Chieftain. Well, shouldn't we have our son Jochi on the as one of our Kurultai? Can we even do that? Where is Jochi? Yeah, let's get Jochi on the Kurultai here. Right, looks like that siege is done. Can we go and siege down his capital? We could probably get into a fight with him, and that might be enough there. We shall see. Khalid died in the dungeons. Yeah, good. You get for getting caught. You get caught, and you suffer the consequences. Somebody's raiding us. That's a foolish move, but I don't really have time to deal with that just yet here. Tributaries being displaced and all, and it happens. Son is gonna get a good education. We don't need to find a wife for him just yet here. Alright, well, since we're struggling to get that siege done, I think we're just gonna go and try to engage him in a fight here if we can. Let's speed up time so we can catch up to him a little bit faster. Oh, the Khazar... Oh, the humans are attacking the Byzantines? Interesting. Well, we will accept. I don't know if we're gonna make it over there in time, but we'll accept. Yeah, there's no way I'm gonna ride. Our armies it would take years for us to get over to freaking the Byzantines over here. Absolutely not gonna make it in time, but we'll support you in spirit anyways. All right, let's try to chase these horsemen down. Looks like we're gonna catch them in the barony of Ajbigod. By Harsh Khan, are you even my brother anymore? The very sight of you enrages me these days, snaps Hassar. This argument is fairly typical of our interactions of late. Disagreements over plans and practices abounding, turns of phrase taken the wrong way, and the slightest of disputes has become hour-long arguments. Whatever common ground I had hoped to build by involving him with this scheme seems utterly ruined. You just don't understand my vision, brother. It is a great vision, a vision of the great Khan. We gotta chase these people down. Catch them. Oh, nice. Iltabur, the Girthy has finally died. Thank goodness. All right, we're gonna go for Bellum Justum so we can start saving some prestige on our war councils. That Kurultai guy dies, so his son... Oh no, not his son, but this Iltaber Ween Ul can take his place, I believe. Should be fine. There we go. Gotta catch these guys. Come on. Another legend found. Yasuge. Oh, this is about our father. Worthy of being deemed a venerated ancestor. Well, we'll see. I still got to go and turn down the cost of those of the legends because it is just too expensive to run them. All right, can we actually catch these people here? Saver's education has come to an end. Excellent. Oh, nice. High Chieftain Jochi has joined the war. There we go. Okay, so Jochi will go and represent us in the war against the Byzantines. That seems good. All right, where are these? They're just running around like madmen. My troops could be very useful in your conflict. No thanks. Don't need you. Don't want you. Don't need you. Just chasing these 1,000 horsemen through. Oh, looks like we might get them though. Here we go. Somebody's plotting to kill my quarter Kaidu. There's so much murder going on in our lands here. It's a little bit much. The guy's in prison. Why are you trying to murder him here? All right, engaging in this battle here. You can see, just they stood no chance. Oh, we just absolutely destroyed them there. All right, 91%. Can we get all that we need if we get the siege back on our own place? I guess we'll find out here. Steel herd guard. In order to steal Iltabur Zehan's herd, I must know his lands and people. What business do you have here? Their leader, Kizah, inquires as we're looking around one of his settlements. I'm seeking someone to test my mettle, and we impress Kizah with our fighting skills. And so he tells us a little bit about his land. All right, we should be able to do this. We're going to do one more day here. Yeah, let's do this. Let's execute the scheme. Execute with confidence. My courtier Holun, our mother, trots into the camp pridefully, trailing her. An unfamiliar shepherd guides livestock towards me. From the camp of Iltabur Zehan, she exclaims as I redirect this shepherd's handling of my new animals. I cannot help but crack a devious smile. My herd grows ever stronger and at little cost to me. Grateful for your generosity. Oh, nice. 892. I think it is based on the amount of herd that that they have. So I bet you if we tried to steal, if we were successful in stealing like the herd of these guys or the Cubans, we could probably get a huge boost to it. Do we want to steal from our allies? It's devious, but oh, what about this Kagan? Ah, look at this. So this Kagan here, this Khwarazmid. Oh no, he doesn't have very much hurt at all. Yeah, I think we do we try it? We might piss off our ally, which might be worth it, honestly, if we can steal steal some of his herd. I'm gonna try it because getting herd is more important than really anything else here. All right, I don't want to. I think we're gonna be okay on success with some of the lesser ones here. Let's do that, and we're gonna save our infiltrator. I'd like to get somebody who's good, so we will do a bribe. No, I can't afford 100 bribe. We'll offer our prestigious good word. That's gonna boost our that's gonna boost the scheme phase length, and then can we bribe this woman here? Hefty bribe? It's a lot. Maybe not you. What about you? This guy could be much easier to bribe. Let's just do a regular bribe on him there. All right, this seems good. Chagatai, arbitrary. Sure, he could be arbitrary. Yeah, 70% secrecy. There's a good decent chance that we get away with it anyways. But yeah, we need to boost up the herd here. My main goal. Okay, I need to drop some of these guys here so we can go and lift the siege on the lands we got there. To rule the world, it is increasingly clear from the lowest peasant to the most noble of my vassals. They're all whispering my name, whispering of my might, whispering of war. Their support for my cause, for my people to see me as worthy ruler of the world. The strength of the Mongol confederation is mine to wield. and wield it I shall. To strike out words is what is expected of me. To claim by might what should belong to me. I am destined to rule, to subjugate those around me, and make them part of my khanate. With my people behind me, I cannot fail. Oh, we get the conqueror trait. What? Oh, and we get the Mongol Emperor. Oh, what? Oh, what? Huh? Holy crap. Okay, never mind. Apparently, all of my plans were unnecessary because we are going to be getting a lot here. We gain the title Conqueror. We get the Mongol Empire. We get 5,000 gold. We get 140 dread. We get 25,000 prestige. We adopt the unrestricted dominance law. Every belligerent vassal gets 15 opinion of us. The Mongol Empire becomes de jure liege of a toucan, and we gain 75,000 herd. What? Oh boy. Holy moly. Okay. Well, I mean, that must be presumably, just one of the events for us there, but wow. All right. Does that mean we can get the greatest of the Khan events? All of your nomadic powerful vassals are obedient to you, so we got to boost their obedience. Because I do want to get this. Oh man, that's crazy. That was such a huge boost. I was not expecting that. We're well over our herd limit. That's for sure. Wow. That is pretty wild there. I was not expecting that. We are going to be incredibly powerful. This is gonna boost us. What's our army size gonna be like once we like settle in on this here? All right, let's go and get this siege done. Somebody's wanting to kill Gerbesu. Man, that's crazy. Oh wow, they actually ended up sieging down all of the places that we took from them. That's a little annoying. Maybe we do just go and siege down their capital here. Can we raise up more? Well, I mean, we might as well. Let's boost. Boost everything, right? We've got tons of money here. Let's do all of this. Boost everything up. And then we can't refill because we're at war. But we can still... I don't want to raise the armies there, though. Can we... Oh, it did raise up our armies over here. Right, let's go down here. You're going to take... I don't want to take the attrition, though. Can you go this way, then? Meet up with this army over here. Okay, these guys siege down. Man, there's a lot going on. I mean, we could start a legend, too. We're making so much money. So we would be able to do a legend here. Let's see. The Glittering Visitor. I do want to do this one because this was the one that is from like a canon one, essentially. Alan Gua, the mother of all Borjigin, was visited by a strange glittering figure every day and night. Like a great yellow dog, he crawled into her yurt via the moonbeams at night and the sunbeams at day and gifted her with 3 sons. She warned her divinely conceived sons that they must stick together like a bundle of 5 arrows or be broken like 5 lone arrows. We're going to do that one. And we're going to do it about us. So there we go. Khagan Temujin of the Mongol Empire was born from the pool of Alan Gua's own flesh and blood with the natural power of this great lineage. Was there ever any doubt that he would achieve great things? There was no doubt in his mind. Temujin was to unify all the empire of Mongolia under his rule in the name of Alan Gua. The bickering of lesser lords and ladies was about to reach its end, and all would come to call Temujin their liege. Temujin's legend culminates in a marvelous adventure. Well, we will see what how this legend goes, but I think we will see in the next episode. I might go and wrap up this war in between and just pop the next episode in at the end of the war there, because obviously we've got a lot of things to catch up on. Ooh, like devising a pleasure dome. That sounds fancy. But yeah, wow, crazy. I was not expecting such a boon there, but yeah, we will have to see how this all plays out in the next episode. Until then, Wanderers, thank you for watching.